What's going on, y'all? It's your dog Jay from the Heist of the Hood. You tapped in with Forum 216. Let's get it. What's the worst date you ever been on and why? Yo, so with this one, man, this an interesting story actually. I took a shawty to get some sushi. But before we went, I could tell she was using me for real because when she came to cause she pulled up on me when she came, what she had on was just so like, this is what you wearing? Like we looked at each other. She looking at me like, is you overdressed? And I'm looking at her like you underdressed. So that was definitely the worst day I ever been on. Cause by the time we got there, the conversation was shit. I'm talking about shit, man. And by the time we got done eating, she even admitted to me, she was like, man, once you told me that we was going to get sushi, that's why I accepted the date. I said, damn, I never again do that. What's your most embarrassing memory? Yo, hey, I'm gonna shout out some guys on this one. This go way back, man. It's like middle school days, yo. Hey, shout out Latrey Robinson and all them, man. But when we was in middle school, if everybody know, I think his sister name was like Shaniqua or something, but she was way older than us. She was in high school, but by the time she was in high school, she had a body of like Pinky. Like, no disrespect to you, sweetheart. I think you found God and everything. No disrespect, but in high school, she was built. You feel me? And I remember she had posted some pictures on Facebook, not even Facebook, but MySpace. And when she put the pictures up on MySpace, I think she was with like Jazzaray or somebody. And I don't know, my thirsty ass in middle school, I'm just commenting on every single picture, like, oh, give me the law lap dance, no T-Pay, oh, do this, oh, do that. So I'm thinking I'm getting away with it. We go to school the next day. I forget this Latrey's sister. Hey man, with a shawty looking that good, you forget a lot of things. But man, we was in gym class and he came late and we was all sitting on the floor. And as soon as he came in, I was like, all right, I hope he forgot. I hope he forgot. Or I hope she ain't tell him. I hope she ain't tell him. And then soon as he came by me, I said, what's up, bro? He smacked fire on my ass. I was like, oh yeah, he found out. But I wasn't mad at bro, cause you know, that's actually a good brother of mine, man. Him and his brothers, man. And so shout out to them. But that was an embarrassing moment because I was like, damn, and I couldn't get mad because it's his sister. What's the most ridiculous thing you believed as a kid? Hey, this is something a lot of people know. When I was a kid, I used to ace the test, but I used to get in trouble because I never put my name down. Like when I was young, that's how famous I wanted to, like, that's how bad I wanted to be famous. So instead of putting like my actual name, I know I introduced myself as Jay, but my government is Jeremy. Instead of putting down Jeremy, I put down like Bow Wow, or I put down like the hottest artist at the time. And then the teacher would tell my mom, and when I get the test back, she'd write on the test like, Jeremy, your name is not Bow Wow. It got to the point where I would write Bow Wow on every single paper and every single homework that I had that she knew it was me. I could only imagine. She probably thinking like, what kid in my class is calling himself Bow Wow? I don't got Bow Wow in my class. But that was definitely the most ridiculous thing I believed as a kid because I believed that I was them. You feel me? Like I wanted to be famous so bad that yeah. So what's an important lesson you learned in life? An important lesson I learned in life is you can't let anybody dictate your next move. I don't care if it's your father, your mother, your sister, it could be your daughter, your son, whoever. Unless you felt that in your gut, unless you felt like God is telling you himself, look, this is what I want you to do, follow your mind. Because often people get told or people get talked out of situations, get talked out of their spot, and then people get to laughing at them after. So what you got to do is no matter who you got to cut off or no matter who you got to not listen to, follow your gut. People don't get rich, successful, famous off of listening to others. People get rich, successful, and famous off of listening to their goddamn self, you know? So that's what it is. How do you want to be remembered? How I want to be remembered, I know I'm gonna be remembered like this. I was different. They will tell the story, things was different with me. You know, when I got approached with money and when I started popping and a lot of things start happening for myself, even though I'm wise enough to keep myself out of negativity, I still make sure I influence people that was once in my life. So what I really mean is that a lot of people that I left behind in my past, I had to leave them because they no longer served me. But they will say things was different with me because they know that I still helped them and they know that I still gave them the game. A lot of people in my life can never ever say that I never ever gave them the game. I gave everybody the game. And everybody's gonna remember me like, yo, this was a guy. He wasn't afraid to spin and he wasn't afraid to speak what was on his heart. And he wasn't afraid to follow what he was about. KING. What do you think life is really about? Life is really about God. All this, man, your interactions, who you meet, is no mistake. Life is God. God is life. So, that's simply said. Um, we not bigger than the program. He give us a purpose. We follow it. If you choose not to, hey, that's on you. But at the end of the day, we all got to answer to him. We all got to die. So at the end of the day, if we know we got to die and we got to go meet him, then you know that you got to know what life is about. Life is about it. But that's what it is. If you had to describe yourself as an animal, what would it be? Man, y'all already know, man. I'm Mufasa. Quit playing with me. Lion King all day, man. I'm Mufasa. Easy. If you could give one piece of advice to your younger self, what would it be? To kind of go back to kind of the last question a little bit. Well, actually, I'll interpret it different. If I could look my younger self in the eyes right now, I would tell him, stop listening to your friends, pick better friends. Because it took for me to get older to where it was like, wow, the same people who I fought for, the same people who I would do anything for was the same people who end up screwing me over or talking behind my back. So if I was to tell my younger self anything, I would say, look, don't listen to nobody else's advice, not even your mother. Go after your motherfucking dream. Cause we did it, but we probably could have did it faster. How was your name chosen? My mother named me after Jeremiah in the Bible. My name is Jeremy. So yeah, that's where it came from. Jeremiah's original name was Jeremy. And we actually share similar traits because one thing Jeremiah was good at is not only was he good to the Lord, but he was a very good speaker. You know, he even said it to himself. He said, "Man, I can't keep myself from saying the truth." He said it burns in me with passion. So that's one thing about me. That's facts. But that's how my name was chosen. In the Bible. Were there any big struggles in your childhood? Yes, there was. Man, me and my mom went through a lot. For real, man. Like, where do I even start, man? My mom battled with finances, like many of our families do. So, man, I was like 10 years old when we moved to the shelter. We was there for a little bit, but yeah, I was about 10 years old when we moved to the shelter. But I always look at it as a blessing because I was always able to connect with people like me. And even though no matter where I was in life, God was always taking care of me. So that was one of the biggest struggles, man, was in the shelter. Also a lot of people don't know this. I almost died as a kid. I was choking on like a big piece of plastic to where I couldn't breathe anymore. And the teacher literally had to come over and do CPR on me so I can literally throw it up because I was out of there. It was about to be over with, or they would have had to call an ambulance or something. So those are probably, I say, the top two biggest struggles in my childhood. What's a family legend you have? My grandmother, HTT. She recently passed. She passed last year in March. That's my baby. For real, my grandma is really like my mother, man. She taught me everything. Like my grandma was a hustler, like not even a hustler in a negative way, like a hustler in a good way. And first and foremost, a woman of God, and first and foremost, a true musician artist. She a history maker. You can look her name up, Helen Turner Thompson. And everybody in the family mad because I'm the one that got the blessing. You feel me? But yeah, HTT, man, she the history maker. She up until her last dying breath, man, she tried to keep the family together. She was Big Mama. Um, if I was to compare myself, I would compare myself to Soul Food. But imagine Soul Food, like the ending, like how they all got back together, even though the grandma died. No, my family never got back together. so, So yeah. Shout out HTT, man. I love you, grandma. Rest in peace. Have you ever been betrayed by someone? Oh yeah, I've been betrayed by many, man. Too many to count. Where I start, man? I get betrayed by women. I been betrayed by man. I been betrayed by everything, man. Off the top of my head, a betrayal that happened was one of the motions that I started getting was is I would throw events and I would throw very successful events. And one of the guys he got on with me. And I recognized his potential, but I always had a bad feeling about him. Always go with your gut. Sometimes our heart get us fucked up. But I something told me not to trust this dude, man. But I gave him a shot anyway. I ain't gonna say his name. But after I had end up throwing the event, I did very well, and he felt like he deserved more money when all he was a promoter. I said, dude, you just a promoter. What kind of money you expecting from me? He got mad. He got mad. He was a Scorpio. Don't do that to the Scorpios. Those Scorpios, boy. There's two kinds of Scorpios. I done seen two sides of Scorpios. One side of Scorpio that I rock with. Like, it's some Scorpios, man, that'll take a bullet for me. But the other Scorpios, man, it's some toxic motherfucking Scorpios out there, man. That nigga, bro, I'm talking about, he pulled up on me every day trying to fight. He posting everything on social media. He tried to get everybody to turn on me. He done had some other guys turn on me. I ain't gonna put their names out there. Y'all know who y'all is though. They had a whole clique just off of trying to hate me. You feel me? It ain't work though. But they had got a whole clique, man. So I have been betrayed. You feel me? Again, man, I appreciate Forum 216, man. It's your dog Jay. And this been fun.